Hi dear friends and subscribers. On this day of this cricket happening show, this is going to be a very sad day on my cricket happening show today. The reason being, one of the renowned voices in the cricket commentary box, Tony Greig, has passed away. It's very sad, but well, one has to. It has come a bit. We know that Tony Greig, one of those famed voices of cricket commentary the world over, was such a great voice to hear, and he was such a knowledgeable person as far as cricket is concerned, and his comments were superb. His commentary was exemplary, and let me tell you, he was one of my favorite. He was my all-time favorite cricket commentator, and it was very sad when I saw the news that Tony Greig has passed away at the age of only 66 due to lung cancer, leaving his wife and children behind. Well, this cricket happening show is a tribute to that great cricket commentator Tony Greig, who passed away. Very sad. In fact, I am actually sending my condolences through this cricket happening show to Tony Greig's family. And let me tell you, he is one of the my all-time favorite cricket commentators. Tony Greig has died, and the reason that I like Tony Greig's commentary is because of the excitement that he used to bring into the game. He was literally bringing the game into the living room of the masses. What a cricket commentator he was. Okay, let me just talk about it. Just talking about Tony Greig. Tony Greig was born in South Africa, and he shifted allegiance. In fact, he played for England, and he was a totally all-round player. He was first of all, he was very tall, so he was one of those tallest persons to grace world cricket. Besides, he was a very good batsman. He was an all-rounder in the making. His batting was good, and he could bowl medium pace, he could bowl spin. He was a wonderful fielder, and over and above all, he was a very good thinker. He was a quick thinker. He was a very quick on his feet as a thinker, and he was a very intelligent person who knew the game inside out, and cricket was his passion. He enjoyed cricket to make merry out of it. In fact, as Tony Greig, after playing for England, as you know, the Kerry Packer extravaganza actually revolutionized world cricket, as you would all know. Once that happened, Tony Greig was the key man over there. He also played in the Kerry Packer extravaganza, and after that, when England did not actually accept Tony Greig, and Tony Greig announced his retirement, well, he got an opportunity from the Channel 9 cricket commentary team, Australia, and that's how he went into Australia and settled down in Australia, and he did cricket commentary for probably almost more than 30 years, I reckon. That was a wonderful exhibition as far as cricket commentary is concerned. And cricket commentary is something that one can learn a lot out of Tony Greig. The excitement he builds, the amount of knowledge that he has about the game, his vocabulary, and everything was absolutely exemplary. Whenever I used to hear Tony Greig, oh my, let me tell you, I was so excited. And if at all, you know, if you see me excited in this cricket happening show, there's one person who I would attribute it to, and that is this great commentator of Channel 9, who's going to be sorely missed by cricket masses the world over, and especially for me, it's a very sad passing of Mr. Tony Greig, one of those great cricket commentators. Well, so as a commentator, well, he used to love good food. He used to like Sri Lanka very much. He liked to tour Sri Lanka. And whenever I used to see like Channel 9 cricket commentary without Tony Greig in the box, that was looking absolutely empty. And I was only hoping that probably in the Sydney Test, or probably after this series, I would be in a position, probably, as you know, the Champions League is coming up in England, as you know, in 2012. And I thought that I'd be hearing Tony Greig's commentary. But well, I'm very saddened by the fact that I'm going to be missing Tony Greig's voice. The only thing that I could do, I could go to YouTube and look at Tony Greig's videos and really get that excitement, get that adrenaline flowing in me. He was such a great commentator, the man who could bring that excitement into the living rooms of the cricket masses. What a commentator, and what a way to pass away. As I said, it was a bit early. He was suffering from lung cancer, but one never hoped that he would have passed at the age of 66. It was probably and what great tribute their fellow cricket commentators from Channel 9 have been paying to Tony Greig. Really talking about him, like Bill Lawry, the other cricket commentator who was a close friend of Tony Greig, Richie Beno, one of those doyen of cricket commentating, and then Ian Chappell. Everyone have paid great tribute, no doubt about it. He is going to be a wonderful person who is going to be missed the cricket. For me, cricket is looking incomplete without Tony Greig. Tony Greig was one of those great commentators. Well, as I said, I can only say that may his soul rest in peace, and may his family get the strength to bear this irreparable loss. And as said, this is an irreparable loss to world cricket in general, because his voice is going to be sorely missed. And as far as I am concerned, for me, cricket commentary has become all the more poorer with the passing away of such a great cricket commentator by the name Sir Tony Greig. Well, as I said, he born in South Africa, played for England, did the commentary for Australia, and who would forget his famous quotes there? What a shot! That is another thing that he used to say. Sometimes he used to say, well, he has really creamed it through the offside. And the amount of excitement he used to bring in, I just don't know. I can't really bring it to you, but unless and until you hear the cricket commentary of Tony Greig, you will know what an excited cricket commentator Tony Greig was. And not only that, he also did one more thing of bringing in a key and putting into the pitch and saying how deep the hole is, or in the sense how the ball is really going to really play on that particular pitch. Whether the key is going inside. If you would have seen, he was doing that. He was the one who brought that into the picture. And let me tell you, he has been entertaining cricket masses the world over. Well, I just can't believe that today Tony Greig is not there in this cricketing world. What a person, what a cricket commentator. As I said, he is going to be sorely missed. And well, as far as Tony Greig is concerned, the other thing that I could really talk about Tony Greig is, well, he has been having, I know that all the other commentators who actually had an opportunity to commentate with him, he actually started his career he was born in 1946 and he passed away in this 2012. And as I said, he was in the Channel 9 commentary team for 33 years. That is quite something. The way what he has achieved by being a cricket commentator. And let me tell you, he has been a sort of a father figure for all those aspiring cricket commentators as far as in the cricketing world is concerned, because I'm sure a lot of cricket commentators today who are commentating on cricket would have definitely gleaned a lot out of Tony Greig's cricket comments. And as I said, he was a he had a thorough knowledge of the game, and he knew what he was talking, and he was simply very entertaining whenever he was in the commentary box. Other than that, as far as Tony Greig is concerned, he had a lot of successes. As I said, as a captain, he was very successful England captain. And other than that, well, I don't have anything else to share as far as Tony Greig is concerned, but I can only say that Tony Greig is gone. And also I remember his famous quote, "Oh, that's a biggie." When anyone used to actually hit a big six, he used to say, "Oh, that's a biggie." I do remember that. And besides that, there was a lot of famous quotes as far as Tony Greig is concerned, because he has his own way of doing cricket commentary, and he really brought a sort of a very exciting flavor to world cricket in general with his commentary. Well, I can only say once again, dear fans, friends and subscribers, Tony Greig's cricket commentary is going to be missed by the cricketing world, That's what I would really conclude at as far as Tony Greig is concerned. Now, as you know, tomorrow we have one match coming up. That is the One Day International Series, which is going to start. As you know, the 2020 series was tied by both the teams, and tomorrow India take on Pakistan in the first match. But let me tell you, rain could prove a spoil sport, and I'm told there is forecast for rain. And as far as Pakistan are concerned, we have a lot of new persons coming into the team. They have some experience coming in now. Azhar Ali As you know, he's not an experienced person, but I mean, he has just come into the Pakistan team. Misbah-ul Haq, the captain, is there. He's a very, very successful captain. He comes in. Yunis Khan, with his experience, comes in. And then they have Mohammad Irfan. It would be very good to see how he bowls in the one days. He was very, very impressive in the 2020s. And as far as India are concerned, well, Gautam Gambhir, Virendra Sehwag comes back into the mix. There's Virat Kohli, Yuvraj Singh is in good form, as you know. And then Bhuvneshwar Kumar, who did well in the 2020, might be given an opportunity. Maybe he might make his one-day international debut. So it's all going to be a very, very good match. It's going to be a good series. It's going to be a 3-match series between India and Pakistan, and one is really, really looking forward to it. Tomorrow it is starting at Chennai, and what a moment that is going to be, because the 2020s are a different kettle of fish, and as far as one-day internationals are concerned, that is a different kettle of fish. So we definitely have a good game on hand. There'll be some real tussle going on, no doubt about that. But as I said, I don't want to talk about anything today. As far as, I'm not going to do any previews, as I feel very, very saddened by the fact that one of those, one of my favorite, all-time favorite cricket commentators, and one of the favorite commentators for all the cricket masses all over the world, has passed away, Tony Greig. May his soul rest in peace. That's it from me, your host Ram, for the Cricket Happening Show for today. See you all tomorrow with a full match report on the first one-day international match of the 3-match series between India and Pakistan, which is going to be played at Chennai. But keep your fingers crossed, because rain has been forecast for the day, and whether we will have a full game or whether we're going to have, well, as far as India-Pakistan matches are concerned, as long as something is played and there is some result coming out, that would be great, because that will be at least entertainment for the spectators. We only hope that rain stays away and we have a full game in Chennai. That's it from me, your host Ram, for the cricket show. Once again, really, this cricket happening show was only a tribute. It was a tribute to the sad demise of Tony Greig at the age of 66, my all-time favorite commentators. Thank you very much for patiently listening to this cricket happening show and watching this cricket happening show. This is your host Ram, signing off for the day. Thank you.